this is the rallies today going on in the city. It's about an hour and a half to go, but you got that big group of cops there, another big group there, another group up the top. This is the entrance to Hyde Park, so it's only going to be, I think it's going to be very policed today, and I'm heading to a rally before this one, which is down at the Speaker's Corner, which I'm running a little bit late for. Not too late, I should get there just when it kicks off, hopefully. Anyway, let's see how the protest day goes today, and then after the one at 11 at Speaker's Corner, I'll come back here to Hyde Park to this anti-government corruption march, and then I'll go to after that I will go down to the Blak Caucus one at Belmore Park, which has been now separated. They were both going to be here, but it was always going to be too much drama, so they've separated them now. But yeah, it's a real, you know, you got these guys with their full kit on, and the other guys, it's a full on day today. And there's more as you go down. There's more cops. It's not due to kick off for another hour and a half, hour and 15 minutes. Anyway, okay, I'm getting close to the fountain now. You can see there's a few set up there, and I saw a video this morning where Commie John was setting up as well last night, and the cops said, no, you got to take all your stage down and everything. So I think they have moved theirs to down there. This is just completely guessing, but I'm assuming that's his group there now. And then because this group will have a stage, and they've had their Form 1, and the bloody helicopters will be all day again today. It's a bit annoying, but it is what it is. There's quite a few early birds. I don't quite know where the stage is. They have the eye in the sky. Well, they've got the eye in the sky in the police copter, and they've also got this eye in the sky thing here next to the light post. It's I don't know what it is. I wouldn't be surprised if it's facial recognition, but who knows. Yeah, there's a good number of Aussie flags. The red ensign and the blue one. And stage, I don't know. But like I said, it's an hour early. I'm an hour and a bit early. I'll head down to the Domain first, and we shall return here for a little while, and then off to Belmore Park for the other lot. All right. It is a big stage. It's actually like a truck, a converted truck into a stage. So it's parked just opposite St Mary's, facing onto the park. And there's a shitload of cops here. I just got caught with some guys having a chat from the old Freedom days. And you got flags, people cruising up with their flags. I think he got in trouble last week, like 2 weeks ago, for having his Aboriginal flag, but I don't think that's the same today. These guys living the dream on the back of the bus. Stop the rot, sack the lot. Time to stand up. So you have to see, our government are corrupt. Hello, puppy. He's just there. He's got, looks like he's got a sore wing, and he's happy to see me. All right, so we head down to the other one. This is a remigration rally here, put on by Australia First Party. You got there's a few people watching, mostly the speakers. There's 4 speakers, and then the rest of it, the contingent, is just the media. You got all the media is this here, standing behind the cameras, and this guy's getting in a bit closer, but that's kind of it. And there's a guy here with his flag. So they're going to kick off, I think, and these speakers, they introduce themselves, hopefully. He's just practicing. But there's no speakers or anything, unfortunately. Oh yeah, there is a speaker. I do apologise. There's a little system. There's a little system there. So yeah, like I said, it's just the media. It's the media, and more media. Media. Everyone, all media. And he's a speaker. These are 2 speakers.
Get the first word on that. Unity in defiance. That sounds good.
The Charlie Kirk Remigration Memorial Rally.
A little bit of getting things organised, and it's off. Yeah. All right, let's wait till he gets ready.
Going out, everyone. This is Australia's first rally for remigration, which is about sending home people, especially
technical issues.
Test.
There we go.
Yeah. This is Australia's first Remigration rally, a rally for remigration. This is about sending home third world immigrants, which are never going to be able to assimilate into Australian culture or Australian ways of life. This is organised by Tristan Davies, and we've got a few speakers here today. Tristan is first of all. Yep. Well, hold your applause for a sec. Tristan is a member of the Australia First Party, and he organised this rally, as I said, which we should first of all put our hands together for. Yep. He's not here to joke around. He's here to get third world immigration reversed. Tristan Davies, everyone.
G'day, and thank you all for coming. This rally is about reversing third world immigration, as that is the only way to demographically take our cities back. The compromised rally, also going on today, which was planned after ours was already advertised, will not stand for Aussies in the way true nationalists will. They hardly advocate for stopping immigration, but even that is not enough. Australians will become a minority in the country we built if action is not taken. True nationalists, like those of Australia First, are the only ones advocating for the real interests of Australians. Anyone from 7 decades ago or less would be outraged if they saw the demographic state of Sydney today. They would think the Japs won the Second World War. The Anzacs fought for free and independent white Australia, so allowing invasion through immigration to take place is dishonouring their legacy. Australia has a nationalist history, one of true and uncompromised nationalism. Our first 16 Prime Ministers, Anzacs and founders of the RSL all either supported the White Australia policy, fought for White Australia, or at very least never wanted us to be turned into strangers in our own country. We must return to this legacy of historic nationalism, but we can only have our country back if Australians are the vast majority of Australia once again. The White Australia policy must be brought back, and the policy of re-migrating guests who we let in from non-European countries within the last 3 decades must be established. It is not hateful to say Australia for Australians. We are our own people, and we have the right to choose who we do and don't let into our nation. It is time we put Australia first. It is time we put Australia first once again and make it clear that Australia was built for us, not the whole world. We are motivated by love for our people, not hate for others. If China gets to be Chinese, then why must we be replaced? It's simple, they hate white people and we must fight back. Thank you.
Today's organiser Tristan Davies, everyone. Our next speaker, Damien Lynch, is an Aussie nationalist who's come all the way down from Queensland for today's rally. Obviously, Damien recognises the historic nature of today's event. A round of applause for Damien Lynch, everybody.
Good morning, men and women of Australia. It's good to see the turnout we have today. But before we get to the meat and potatoes of my speech, I'd like to explain why we're here, why I'm here, why we organised this rally and why you turned up today. It's to discuss the question of immigration and to discuss why we need to talk about it while we still can. I would like to bring up a few events that happened recently in Australia. It's about... Yeah, sorry, I got
Big up, mate.
I think he's too nervous, maybe.
So Chris would like to bring up a few events that occurred recently. Sorry, Damien. That of the riot that happened in this very city, Sydney, by the Harbour Bridge, where immigrants demanded the destruction of Australia, waving the flags of the Hamas terror organisation, as well as Al-Qaeda and the Muslim Brotherhood. Also, to mention the more recent immigrant rally, where they arrested patriots who waved the flag of the country the protesters reside in, where they take the money of taxpayers and spit in the face of those who stand against them. When Damien saw these events happening, he noticed that they are getting more bold for their hate of us, how they burn our flags and have the people who want to see Australia thrive without them here arrested. When countries such as Russia, Belarus, Poland and Hungary look toward Australia, they laugh, because they know that we demonise them for their grip on the population, and yet Australia has passed a bill restricting the freedom of speech and movement, and we cannot utter any words that are not approved by the Australian government. We are threatened here and now with the possibility of arrest simply due to our gathering today to speak up against the crime against the Australian people. The crime against you and me, the importing of cheap labour and the casting aside of the people that have lived in this country for centuries because our wants and needs are not convenient to them. The people that come here on boats and planes do not change. They do not assimilate to our culture or to our way of life because they have no need to. However, no longer are we marching the streets and waving the flag of our country so that they can change, because they don't want to. They bring their society to us, no matter how incompatible they are, and the Labour left doesn't bat an eye because they have no other basis on our society. Half of them came on boats anyways. They have no clue how we used to act. The other half are bought out by people who want to see Australia crumble to dust. They brought us all down to their level. We went from suits and ties to suicide and compassion. People say the biggest invention in the last 100 years was the automobile or the aeroplane, but it was really the destruction of white society dressed up as progress. If people want better conditions but choose to lay complacent to the societal obliteration we face, then they don't want better conditions. They want the impossible. Mr. Albanese, Nisa Greasy, and the rest of the current ruling parties run this country like it is a business, firing the expensive employees to find a cheaper alternative, no matter how long they have worked. And due to this, our situation drops ever lower, whether it is foreign investors or 8-member families that they shelter over us, or the 18 to 25-year-old men that come here seeking to rape and pillage because they can. Because we have given them the opportunity to. When the West looks at Australia, they see an opportunity as well to take advantage of our already depreciating condition, to plant their banks and ideologies so that we cannot fight back. They implant artificial division into our mindset since we are young to further weaken and separate us so that we are too weak to raise our fists against them. When they look at us, they see cattle to be milked dry and discarded once they have no use for us any longer. And they do all of this with a smile, a demonic smile that one can recognize from a kilometer away. For now, there isn't much we can do to stop this other than to march through every street of Australia with the flag of the people that civilized this great land to prove that we won't back down where previous generations may have. I call upon you, true Australians, to erase your believed division of poor versus rich, of left versus right, of smart versus dull, and unite under the banner of Australia how it once was. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you, Damien, for that speech. That was awesome, mate. Our next speaker is Nathan Sykes. Nathan is an important nationalist figure in Australia, and he's and an author with the Australia First Party. Please welcome Nathan Sykes, everyone.
Yeah.
Charlie Kirk. When a people are stripped of their culture, they lose their identity. But history has proven identity more resilient. Every stripe of the electoral beast supports mass migration. No major party will ever dare tread this political tightrope. The political parasites justify the flooding of our country by sounding an economic theory more akin to a Ponzi scheme. Reckless migration has never generated jobs, only robbed Australians of them. Under Albanese's Labor mob, their treasonable policy is sending the cost of living spiralling heavenwards. Our social infrastructure, hospitals, healthcare, education and affordable housing is straining under the weight of this superfluous humanity that just keeps coming. In 2024 alone, 600,000 migrants arrived in Australia. They say one every 53 seconds. They come in on visas that the Albanese government has streamlined to up the quota to invasion levels. They arrive to address our skills shortage. It is odd when a well-developed country turns to the underdeveloped world to address skills apparently only available where running water is a luxury. Similarly, if like China, you have your inscrutable eyes fixed on our vast space and resources, they invite them to come and settle in organised diasporas. They enter on skills in demand visas, temporary skilled visas, working holiday visas and family visas. The universal occupying government does not recognise ethnic Australians. Anyone from any background can lay claim to being Australian. Their social justice policies give white Australia an Aboriginal facelift and create paper citizens from the rest of us. How did we get here? Start with the dismantling of the white Australia policy. They said that the white Australia policy was a relic of a less enlightened time. We had a duty to open this big country to the very people that the WAP was contrived to keep out. The think tanks, run by ethnic interests and political activists concerned with Marxism, new liberal economics and their own community interests, generated reports, op-ed pieces, a forest's worth of paper on the new idea of multiculturalism. They lobbied hard. They won. Then came multicultural Australia, just like that. Multiculturalism was a form of surrender. If migrants couldn't learn English, assimilate or integrate to Australian culture, the thinking became just let them come and live as they used to. Print all government messages in every conceivable language, assimilate to them. When they did that, the Australian project died, and being Australian became a matter of slogans and not ethnicity. It was about mottos, catchphrases and doublespeak. But what really happened was that consumers replaced countrymen. Anti-racist indoctrination provided a protectorate for what was, to be precise, an economic program. It was to stop us ever questioning their true reasons for opening the borders. They wanted us to join the Asian Economic Zone. Now, ditto, India. For the fiat monetary system is a cover word for consumer. Is it any wonder the left to the centrists to economic conservatives supported this new anti-racist state? Then was the humanitarian argument that metastasising ethnic lobbies wrought on us, tied to the 1951 UN Convention on Refugees, which sadly we helped establish. We took our share. These were the pets of the ecumenical forces of churches, synagogues and mosques. Religious collaborators opened the gates to the world, from the Vietnamese to the tens of thousands of Lebanese migrants. Malcolm Fraser, then Prime Minister, even created the Lebanon concession, which relaxed migration rules, allowing family members to enter Australia. Despite Christian Lebanese lobbyists, 90% of those who came here between 1976 and now were and are Muslims. Then in 1986, the Tiananmen Square massacre ensured we would never lack Chinese, when a teary-eyed Bob Hawke figured it was our democratic duty to absorb thousands already here as students, paving the way for their relatives, all now secure in our welfare system. They too keep coming. This double helix of misplaced humanitarianism, coupled with the fiat monetary system, cemented the anti-racist state, and any talk critical of this bipartisan policy was castigated from all quarters. But now the international flights disgorge not refugees, but international students. The international student scam is decades old and thriving. Right now it accounts for that post-COVID figure of new arrivals. They are here thanks to a fawning deal between that man Albanese and India's Prime Minister Modi. The deal basically goes, we get India's citizens and they get Australia. Pretty soon it won't be Aboriginal grifters welcoming us to country, but some swami from beyond the monsoon. Meanwhile, out west and elsewhere, they are preparing new cities to house the unprecedented wave of immigrants from Asia, Africa, the Middle East, the subcontinent, and our surrounding island neighbours whose imminent arrival they are busily penciling in. In other words, there's no plan to slow it, or better yet, to stop it. Look at Badgerys Creek International Airport. They're not constructing that in the hope of a tourist boom. It is to service new settlers, as is the city they are building around it. This is called an edge-city because it runs in tandem with the international student scam. These cities will bus our replacements directly from the airport to their new homes and jobs built over the tops of once proud Australian communities that had history, that had heart. And this comes under the same government bedding down with the Greens and their insane net zero policies. In this rush to welcome the new world into our continent, they drive our precious wildlife onto the scorching highways and into extinction. They tear down their habitats to make room for Sanjit, Ali, Mohammed and Huang Li in hideous vertical housing projects to bring in strangers from lands you've never heard of. Take a ride on the metro. It's like finding yourself in the Star Wars cantina bar. The most noticeable legacy of decades of migrants from extraneous cultures is their contributions to organised crime. A sea of foreign flags flaps above the illegal trade in drugs, prostitution, armed robbery, assault, break-ins, car rebirthing, cybercrime, illegal tobacco and fraud. How regular are machete attacks in Melbourne committed by youths, as the media code words them? You put a culture based on honour and revenge alongside one concerned with the dignity of the person, and you get dead black kids littering the streets and baffled white altruists who don't know what to do. In Australia, the homicide rate is 0.74 people per 100,000, but in South Sudan it's 10. Apes last around mouths from crying out at this epic injustice. They call us racist if we name the culprits. They expect us to doff our caps and tug our forelocks in deference to our replacements. It speaks volumes that those wagging the finger and telling us what un-Australian it is are imports. Foreigners and ideologues have decided our fate since they conspired for multiculturalism, a system that faced no referendum but was forced on us. They did not have to assimilate to us, but us to them. Foreigners act as prefects over us. Our Multicultural Affairs Minister, Egyptian-born Anne Ali, declared the August 31 March for Australia rallies un-Australian. Being born un-Australian makes her an expert on everything un-Australian. And then comes the Anti-Discrimination Commissioner, a post readily reserved for the type of non-Australian likely to find racism everywhere they look. In this case, Yirramurrun Sivaraman. You could search the good book cover to cover and never find that name. The foreign minister is a Malaysian-born lesbian. What would the founders of the Labor Party have made of her? Deputy PM Richard Miles reckons that statistics show Australians support more immigration. This is what we are up against. Parliament will not help us because it might as well form part of Sydney's international airport. Little point having it in Canberra since its real constituents are yet to arrive. If someone has multiple personalities, we call them crazy, but fill our country with a multitude of identities and it's supposed to be a Garden of Eden, which brings us to representational government, the very thing that is creating this dichotomy. How can two parties represent such a disparate spread of ethnically diverse, sexually pluralist, religiously incompatible, ideologically diffuse and rabidly anti-white interests? They can't. It's a system from the bygone industrial era. Their solution is more MPs. Ours is a new system. Viewing the nation in terms of a corporation, then according to the psychopathy checklist revised index, then the corporation exhibits all the characteristics of a psychopath. Our system is a psychopath. Right now, the right in Europe is talking about remigration. That means sending back all the interlopers from whence they came. However, the emotion of that solution overrides the realities. It is not feasible, as the authors of this grift know only too well. It is an opiate for the angry white masses. Who will enact it? What public service bureaucracy will facilitate it? How would they attain this goal? Would they lobby their MP? That MP is the problem. They only want our vote. They were raised from university to serve the Westminster two-party system. It feeds, nourishes and nurtures them. They're not us. On their parliamentary salaries, pensions, all taxpayer funded, do they share anything in common with us? Look at Albanese. He's never held a real job. Albo went straight from his free university education into the Labor Party. Now he owns a housing portfolio. Will he answer the cry of the aggrieved patriot? The fiat monetary system is insatiable. It needs a constant supply of consumers like a vampire craves plasma. You're just a dying section of a larger hive of consumers and from a rapidly declining gene pool. Africa and India offer boundless replacement consumers. We're not communists, we are Australians, but a proud ethnicity alone won't bolster corporate coffers. Any answers to the crisis of unfettered migration must address the twin pillars that rule over us like the two towers in Lord of the Rings, the archaic class-bred British parliamentary system and the fiat monetary system. Then comes the declining birth rates. In the end, they don't want to replace you because of your race, but because your race does not prolifically breed enough consumers to sustain the rapacious system. Australian birth rates, like all Western nations, took a massive hit from feminism and the homosexual crusades which have popularised abortion, sterility and same-sex unions. This leaves the dwindling Australian banging at the door of representational politics, demanding to be heard. The Westminster system, owned lock, stock and barrel by fiat interests, is not about to let any breakout populist group resettle Parliament. Even if that happened, do you think for a minute the real government, the public service, would enact any of their wishes? Our first duty is to change the system, for the system depends on continuous replacement consumers. That system is also a foreign import. It was not created by Australians for Australians. It is English law, and we are Australians. If we acknowledge that change is needed, then we cannot rely on old institutions to facilitate that change. That is a point that needs the most urgent understanding.
Well done.
There, once again, important author with the Australia First Party. Awesome speech. Thank you. Next up is Chris Boyle. Christian Boyle is the founder of the NSM Australia, National Socialist Movement, not to be confused with the NSN. He has staunchly stood against the NSN and has been unjustly slandered left and right for it. He's also come down from Queensland and is also clearly ready to make history right again. Please welcome Chris Boyle.
Greetings, fellow Australians. We are a nation in chaos and distress. We are ruled over by a uni party with interests that serve one group. They all serve the same master. To the right, you have the Zionists. To the left, you have the Marxists. They have all chosen a butt cheek of the same ethnic group. Whether you want to admit it or not, this is the reality of our nation. Australia, you need to understand a very simple fact. Demographics is destiny. This is a saying that my father reiterated to me many, many times as a young man growing up. It is a numerical reality that if you continue to flood your nation with alien racial groups, and understand, this is not about hate. This is about numerical reality. If you continue to flood your nation with other races that are all competing for space and resources to the point that you become a minority in your own land, it is no longer your country. Wake up and smell the coffee. Okay? Our federation in 1901, one of the very first laws brought into existence was what became known as the White Australia policy. Were these men just a bunch of evil haters? No, they were not. Our first 16 prime ministers all staunchly upheld this law, and they all knew the very same thing, that when you are surrounded by massive nations on all sides that are of different values, different cultures, different religions, of enormous numerical difference to your own, if you open the floodgates, your nation and your people will cease to exist. This is just simply a fact. Now I would like to read a very brief quote from one of our prime ministers during World War II. This is from Dr. Curtin. This was on the 16th of December 1941 at the height of World War II. You need to understand what our diggers were fighting for. They certainly were not fighting for a multicultural mess where we allow our nation to be conquered by stealth. So Dr. Curtin said, for more than 150 years this country has stood. Never shall an enemy set foot upon this soil of this country without having at once arrayed against it the strength and quality of the Australian man. For this is the home of the sons of Britishers who come here in peace and in order to establish in the South Seas an outpost of the British white race. Our laws have proclaimed the standard of a white Australia. We did not intend this to be an affront to other races. It was devised for economic and sound humane reasons. It was devised and upheld for 40 years. We intend to keep it because we know it to be just. So this is one of our former prime ministers. What do you think our diggers were fighting for in World War I and World War II, particularly in the Pacific Theatre? Who were they fighting? They were fighting Japan. Now, whether we see that as being something that we would do today or not, they were fighting to keep Australia white. Now, the RSL, in 1952, one of the national leaders of the RSL, which is our Returned Services League, who represent our soldiers and our diggers, the national leader said, if the word white were deleted from the policy, it would be tantamount to hauling down our flag. What do you think that means? These men knew exactly what they were fighting for. If those men knew today that the actions of theirs in standing with our allies in World War II would lead to the flooding of our nation by stealth, those men on those beaches in Normandy would have said, hell no, we're going home.
Yep.
Australia, we are a nation in chaos and distress. There is no doubt about it. Our identity is being attacked left and right. On that point, you look at our Liberal Party, the so-called Conservatives. What the hell have they conserved? Other than their pockets. Those almighty shekels is all that they care about. They clearly do not care about any of you. They don't care if your wives and daughters are raped and assaulted on our streets by the foreign hordes. I am sick to death of seeing the birthright of our people taken from us without as much as a whimper. Well, I can tell you all, this ends now. This is just the beginning of the silent majority standing up and taking back what is rightfully ours. This nation was built by our people, for our people. This was not built to be an economic zone for non-whites. Now, on this point, do not blame the immigrants. They are simply pawns in someone else's twisted game. So if you really want to solve this problem, where do you need to start looking? You need to start looking at the source. The very people who lobbied and funded many movements in order to abolish the White Australia policy that was put in place to protect our people. Not to hate on others, it was about loving our own. Now, who were those people? They all have names, so I'm going to read some out to you. Walter Lippmann, otherwise known as the father of Australian multiculturalism. Izzy Liebler, Mark Liebler, which a lot of people would recognise that name. This is the man who was behind the Aboriginal voice to Parliament, which, as we see, is now being brought into our country despite a referendum saying no. Clearly these people do not give a shit about democracy. They don't care about your will. All they care about is their agenda. Another name, Richard Pratt, Colin Rubenstein, Anthony Marcus, David Bytel and Frank Lowy. Now, what do all these people have in common? They are all Jews. Do you think that there could be an agenda going on here, folks? In the United States, you had the Hart-Celler Act of 1965 that was brought in to open the floodgates to the United States for mass non-white immigration. Emmanuel Seller, a Jew. What a coincidence, or as some say, a coincidence. Now, as you look around the Western world, we see the same agenda being played out. This is all part of the Kalergi plan. The plan to create a mongrelized race for a small group of elitists and the traitorous scum who serve them to rule over us. Traitorous scum like those who represent us in Parliament, or claim to. Now, it's not like these people do not admit what they are doing. Here is a tacit admission from a woman named Barbara Spector. Now, those of you who have a smartphone, I suggest you go and look this up. Go straight to YouTube, type her name in. You'll see a video of her saying exactly what I'm about to read out to you. I think there is a resurgence of anti-Semitism because at this point in time, Europe has not yet learned how to be multicultural. And I think we are going to be part of the throes of that transformation, which must take place. Europe is not going to be the monolithic societies that they once were in the last century. And Jews are going to be at the centre of that. It is a huge transformation for Europe to make. They are now moving into a multicultural mode, and Jews will be represented because of our leading role. But without that leading role and without that transformation, Europe will not survive. Wake up and smell the coffee, people. The people doing this flat out admit it. They admit why they're doing it. Why do you tolerate it? Because you're scared? Because you're scared of being called a racist. Australia, I would put this to you. You have a choice to make. You can either accept being called a racist and fight for your nation and your people, the man and woman standing next to you, or you can accept your genocide. Take your pick. When I was a young man, I'm 45 years old right now. In the 1980s, this country was still 92% white. Have you taken a look around Sydney lately, folks? I grew up here. I grew up in the Blue Mountains in Western Sydney. This is not the nation that I grew up in. This is not the nation that the Anzacs fought and died for. And like them, I will happily die to protect the nation that they were building. Whether you damn well like it or not. So what do we do about it? There is a solution. It's right there. Remigration. No one complains about Africa being black. No one complains about China being Chinese. They don't say, oh, China needs more diversity. They don't say, oh, India is too Indian. And you know what? As a nationalist, I am not a hypocrite. They have every right to rule their own nations as they see fit. They have a right to a homogenous homeland, as do we. So what do we need, folks? Where does it go from here? We need real, loyal Australians who are going to give the silent majority in this country a voice. Okay? So how do we do that? We can't do it with the uni party that we have in this country. These Zionists on the right and the communist Karl Marx lovers on the left. We won't have our country saved with these two parties. So we need new parties. We need new voices, new blood. So that means parties like the Australia First Party, Ajib Saleam to my right. That means parties like NSM Australia. Now, yes, I am a National Socialist, an ideology that has been slandered and smeared by the Jewish media, of which we have representatives standing in front of us. 96% of the media in the Western world, folks, is controlled and owned by Jews.
Correct.
It is their mouthpiece. Jewish owned, darling. Look it up. Well, ABC, yes, government owned. Correct. And SBS, yes. So it is pushing their agenda, their worldview. It is nothing more than their propaganda machine in order to brainwash you out of your desire to protect yourself and your people. They want your daughters to race mix and breed us out of existence. Why? Because they do not have the numerical numbers to slaughter us. Folks, the canary in the coal mine of multiculturalism and white minority status is South Africa. Take a good look at South Africa, folks. You have football stadiums with hundreds of thousands of blacks shouting, "Kill the ball, kill the white man, kill the farmer." How long until there are minorities all banded together in their hatred for us? We are already coming very close to a minority status in this country. The ABS has forecast that by 2032, we will reach the tipping point. At that point, this country is no longer ours. So I say to all of you present here today, what the hell are you going to do about it? Are you going to stand up and vote for people like myself and Jim Saleam? Or are you going to side with those evil forces that wish to see you dead? These are harsh words, but they are words that need to be said. It is going to take brave men and women standing up for their families, their neighbours, their state and their country to do anything about this. So who are the thought leaders behind what we are seeing today? People like the illustrious and now thankfully deceased Noel Ignatieff, who is a Harvard communist Jew professor, who said treason to whiteness is loyalty to humanity. This is one of the ideologues who brainwashed generations of our people. The same process took place in this country. The communists marched through our institutions to the point where they bring in hate speech laws, where they make it illegal for you to even stand up for yourself and point out the fact that these people want you dead. So what are you going to do about it? What will you do? Here's what I suggest some of you do. You go to the Australia First Party website and you go sign up. Or you go to the NSM Australia website, which I'll repeat for you is nsmaustralia.org. And you go to our policy section if you want to know what we stand for and how we plan to turn this country around. It's all there in black and white. We are hiding nothing. As you will see, I'm not hiding my face like the NSN does. I do not have a bunch of thugs running around punching people in the face. We need real statesmen in this country. And by God, so help me, I'll give it to you. Hail victory, hail Australia, and hail the white man. Bring back the White Australia policy.
One more round of applause, please, for Chris Boyle, the leader of the National Socialist Movement, Australia. Legendary speech there, Chris. Thank you. Our next speaker is Dr. James Saleam, the president and leader of the Australia First Party. Jim, as he often prefers, has a doctorate in Australian politics and political history. He has done this since 1976 and put his very life on the line for nationalism and for Australia. Jim is Australia's leading nationalist. Please welcome Jim Saleam.
It's very good that there is a free speech event held here in the Sydney Domain. The Sydney Domain was once upon a time the great free speech venue in New South Wales. Somewhere out on these grounds in the early 1890s there was a huge popular rally for the men of this state and the women too who supported the great shearers' strike. The great shearers' strike, had it not occurred in Queensland, there would never have been a restrictive immigration policy in Australia. That was won by the thousands and thousands of men who struck for weeks and weeks, many of whom were later shot down by Queensland police, and many of whom were sent to jail for very, very long prison terms. Now, free speech, an old comrade of mine, Alex Norrick, used to say is relative to how much you can get of it.
and I'll stand by anybody, regardless of who he is or what he appears to advocate, if he's a fair-minded advocate of freedom of expression. Something was said before about trouble it's caused. I've been sent to prison on a load-up by the most corrupt police organisation in New South Wales history, the Special Branch. That's how they treat you if you speak out. The Prime Minister of Australia said that I was very wrong to call out Asian migration in the 1980s. In fact, I was just speaking to an Aboriginal backgrounded girl over there, and I made the point that at no point of time have Aborigines ever been consulted either. No one goes out and asks them. Why not? Because they want it to be that Aborigines can have their movement for recognition and justice distorted into something to protect multiculti. But the Aboriginal movement is unique. Our movement is unique. I'll also say on the issue of freedom of speech, it was raised by a couple of the other speakers, that in the next few weeks out in Penrith, the Australia First and an organisation
Aboriginal flag, lady. What's that? What's that, Noel? I'm going to hell, lady. I'll go to hell. Go and work for your corporate. Go and work for your corporate scum. Go and work for your corporate scum. You don't fool anyone. You fool no one.
Mary's is to be knocked down in its entirety and replaced by a glass and steel monstrosity which will be for people born from Southeast Asia, the Chinese community, and from the Indian subcontinent. Nearly all of these people are not in Australia yet. In other words, the immigration policy is a colonisation policy. In fact, someone said before that they stood for the right of all peoples to freedom and independence. I'll conclude on this matter. We all know that about 120 to 130 years ago in China, Europeans operated what was called concessions. And inside these areas in China, Chinese law and Chinese identity and culture did not prevail. It led to the Boxer Rebellion and played a role inevitably in China's revolution in 1911. What's happening in our country now is concessions are being developed according to international business law, where parts of Australia itself may no longer really be under Australian sovereignty. So therefore the issues raised here today go well beyond freedom of speech. They go into the issue of the actual extirpation and replacement of a group of people who do call Australia home, an ethnic group called Australians. Now, on my final point, I'll say this. This meeting today was obviously the first of many different free speech meetings. It would be very positive indeed to see free speech restored to the Sydney domain. As I started at the start, many great men and women have held meetings here, the great anti-conscription meetings of the First World War, where it was clear that the British Empire intended to replace Australians with alien labour who would be fed into the trench warfare. It was also the place where Lang's Labor Party ran great meetings in favour of the Lang Plan and against the Bank of England's plan for the resolution of the Great Depression. Australia has seen all sorts of meetings here. There is no reason why we can't find meetings here that stand up for Australian identity, independence and freedom. On a personal note, I'd like to thank everyone who turned up, different ideas, different ideologies, but all seeking freedom of expression to make their point. Thank you.
Jim Saleam, hip hip! Hurrah! Hip hip! Hurrah! Hip hip! Hurrah!
Right, we're going to go now to an open mic session where a few people can come up and say their piece.
That can be said about its Say again? Is that? Oh, okay. Thanks. He's a bloodline ancestor of mine, so I know his story quite well. He wouldn't have had the ability and the courage to stand up against the oppressors at the time if it weren't for the original people of this land. I just want to say that I've heard a lot of the speakers here talk about white Australia and white Australia policy. That's wrong. Doesn't matter what your beliefs are, where you're from, and what your skin colour is. This is about good and evil. Anyone who's read the protocols,
The press is leaving now. They're all pretty much gone. So these guys are all floating around. They're leaving too, and they're all heading up to the other one now. The official speeches are over. It's Charles is speaking now.
Colonisers.
I've got to get going too. Sorry, Charles.
Are very unfortunate. So I've got a few things to say that will take less than a minute. Mate, I'm sorry, but it doesn't matter what your skin colour is.
Well,
Sorry.
it looks like they're not happy with what he's been saying.
I'm sorry. No. Hey, free speech. I'm not talking anti-white. I'm talking anyone. Thank you. Thank you. Mate, look, sorry. I might have turned off the mic, but listen, come here. Look, it doesn't matter what your skin colour is. Sorry, you're going to tell me that skin colour and you're somehow different or better. I do have quite a few intelligent things to say. Okay, listen to me. What we do know of, we speak of. In the spirit of what many know to have happened in the past, and I've mentioned a few rebellions, a joy in the face of adversity is an act of rebellion. We can only have a common law if we accept a monarch. We need to say what we want. This is creation. We may need to learn new dances and sing new songs. Always act in honour. We will need each other. Are we ready to adapt to a life of our own creation and for the betterment of all people? Do not walk down the paths of division. The universal law is to accept all things, to understand and comprehend them. In doing this, I'll ask you for patience and understanding. Thank you.
Are we going to be unified if we don't care about race? It doesn't make any sense, mate. We go home and do some more thinking, do some more researching, yeah? Why don't you do that?
Hey, who was here first?
I don't care about that right now. I'm asking you specific questions and you're unable to answer them.
I'm sorry. The white Australian, the Kalergi plan. Okay, tell me about the Kalergi plan.
I don't know much about it.
Okay, don't tell me to go home and do some research.
Yeah, right. So you're pro-Monica, right?
No, it doesn't. Look, I'm certainly not pro Charles Windsor.
Hands off the flag, please.
Sure. Listen.
Yeah.
We will not have common law. The Commonwealth of Australia Constitution is a Common Law of England Act, which was enacted. That is what has given us the common law. That was taken away.
What's it got to do with immigration?
Everything. The same people that took it away are the same people that would have flooded our country.
So what should happen to immigrants that are here?
Certainly not being
Why not away when he answers this?
Okay, first of all, it's not their problem that they've come to paradise, basically. But immigration, right, what they've done, well, they certainly...
Can they stay here or should they go home?
We shouldn't,
this is a remigration rally.
We shouldn't be
scared to use our fucking words to change things. Yeah. That's what you shouldn't be. You shouldn't be scared.
Listen, we can't open the floodgates.
What should happen to the migrants that are here? The immigrants that can't assimilate? What should happen to them? Should they go home or should they stay? You've been paid to come here today.
I have not been paid.
Swear to God.
I swear to God.
That you have not been paid. What about a house divided against itself shall not stand? What about that? As in, heaven or hell? Is that what you're saying?
No, do you know the difference between Australia? No, I'm not detracting at all. What happened is the Commonwealth of Australia was given to us by Queen Victoria, and she was a Protestant. Okay? The reason she was a Protestant is because the Catholics in Rome tried to take out, they are the cabal, take out Britain. They turned Britain into Britain. They turned England into Britain. Listen. The King James Bible, which is our primary law, is a Protestant Bible. Okay. So it's going back a long way. So the corporate Commonwealth was taken over by these people, the Westphalian system, as a company. It was a company to begin with, but it was under the Common Law of England. That got taken over to military law in 1908 to 1910 by the Great White Fleet, who came in here and said that we have to pay back Britain's debts. We've been under military law. No, detracting. Okay, listen, I think immigrants should probably go home. Well, my ancestors are immigrants myself. All of ours are bloody immigrants. Yes, we are.
Australia didn't exist until we came here. So we're not immigrants to it, are we? That's paradoxical.
It was New South Wales on the east coast. It was New South Wales on the east coast, and it was New Holland on the west coast. Certainly, of course. It was New South Wales.
All right, so they're down now. Another fellow wants to have a...
No, mate.
Someone else wants to speak. Cops are moving in. I don't know why. It's not even... I don't think it's anything too bad, but...
Just nothing to do with our rally. It's just so you can discuss
all right, they're walking him off for a chat. Yeah. Quite sure.
It's for all people.
This guy just asked the cops, "Are you here to protect the Nazis?" There's more going on over here, so I guess it was good to hang around. see what's happening. They're having a chat. There's another bloke going to speak now. We better catch him. So I don't know what's going on.
Did you see that SBS mullet?
There you go.
Did you see that SBS mullet?
I'm not sure what's happening on this side, but anyway, this guy's going to speak. Oh, here we go.
They did not. The Immigration Restriction Act of 1901, otherwise known as the White Australia Policy, they did not introduce it as an affront to any other nation, to any other race, to any other culture. They introduced it because it was desirable to achieve social justice in Australia. And those great words aren't mine, I'm sorry to say. They are from John Curtin, the greatest Prime Minister we've had. Not as an affront to any other
Charles
nation,
is leaving on his own
cultural
accord
race,
over there now.
because it was desirable for us to achieve social justice.
Oh, succinct, he loves it, someone said in the background. I'd say that will probably be it now. There's a bit of chit-chat with these groups over here still, not sure what it's about, but there's something going on over there. Cops are now, Charles is wandering off up the hill now on his own. That might be it, I'd say, unless anyone else is going to speak. But I think that's the end of it. So the media all buggered off before all the shenanigans happened, because they decided to go up to the other one, which is what I shall do now. Someone stuck a sticker on here in the interim. I don't know who it is, but I'd say it's a fresh, maybe not fresh, White Australia. All right, let's head up to the other one now. All right, I think this is wound up. Not sure of this. He's got a bit to say, that bloke. Yeah, all right, all done. All right, well, that was interesting at the end. The mainstream media, they all decided to go once the speeches were over, and then Charles got up and spoke. Charles Hyde, I think his last name is. And then, yeah, it got a bit, he didn't really say things that the organisers wanted him saying, and he was just, there was a little bit of argy-bargy, not argy-bargy, but a little bit of arguing, and in the end it came down to a discussion, and then it kind of wound up, and there was a little bit of side arguing, which I don't quite know what that was all about, and there was an odd little bit of, conspicuous filming by people going on too. There was this one fellow who had a kind of hidden camera, or his camera kind of sideways, walking around. He'd walk up to someone, I filmed him a little bit in one of the clips there. He'd walk up and film someone, and then he'd walk around and film someone else, and then this guy next to me, Sykes, he just moved away when he came and went next to him, and it was a bit strange. And then a lady in particular who was arguing with those guys with a flag, and I don't know. I have no idea what all of it was about. But anyway, we're heading over now. This is our beautiful domain. So we're leaving the domain, and we are now heading up to Hyde Park to see what's happening with this End Government Corruption rally. My plans are completely out of the window now, because I wanted to get down to the other one, because I think it's important that there'll be heaps of people covering this, because Joel Jamel will be running it, it'll be on Turning Point, it'll be everywhere. So it was more important to get to the other one down the road, just as it was important to get to that one and capture that, what got said there. Although the media's there, but they don't, none of that, you'll get a soundbite put on the 6 o'clock news. That'll be it, and it'll be all gone back into history. But yeah, I got my coverage of all the speeches and the bits and pieces that went on, and a very small group of, there was mainly the speakers, pretty much the speakers, and maybe 4 or 5 people watching, and then a really big contingent of media, because again, like I said, the media wants the soundbite. I don't appear to be in a massive crowd over at the, I'm looking over to the to St Mary's now, and there's not a massive, I've never done one of these film myself as I walk along videos, because it's as wobbly as all fucking shit. I don't even know if you're going to hear me. Anyway, it's there. Oh, I see a few flags. It's not massive. It's not as big as it's not as big as I guess they're gathered down near the street, are they? Where the hell is it? Huh? Or what's going on? It's hardly anyone. Oh, they marched already? No, it's... I don't know. I don't know what the hell's going on. Or maybe it's one. I don't know. Anyway, can I turn this around? How do I turn around? It's not going to work, is it? Go that way? No, I'll go that way. Okay, sorry guys, this is me learning as I go. So we're back to where we started, past the bus. And there's the, there's that, there's the tower. There's the, there's whatever. Anyway, that'll do. We'll go and have a look rather than me fiddling with my camera. Oh, I reckon they've marched already. So I don't even know where the hell they're going. Jeez. So I don't know what to do. That's why there's no one here. There's a few cops floating around. So there's the cops en route. Cops just standing around doing bugger all. And the march must have happened first to get them marched and then back, so that the Blak Caucus people can have their march and come back. There's detectives here and there's coppers everywhere, but there's nobody. There's only a couple of flags left, so everyone else is gone. There's Michael Gray Griffin, and there's another, a few people. No, oh well, I have to ask a copper. All right, well, here we go. The end of the march is on the way back now, coming back through the park, so we pretty much missed it. Here's our reporters getting their cross. They always like to get that one, of course. And... the media getting their shot. Something about... Yeah, looks like well, there's a reasonable number. I don't know, it's hard to tell when they're all being narrowed into this. I just asked the cops where the march went, and they said down Market, across York, round the back of the QBB, and then back into Park Street, and then here. So they're back pretty much. But if I follow backwards for a minute, and speeches won't happen for a while. So I actually still wanted to go down to the Blak Caucus one as well. So I don't know. Got to make it. Yeah, look, if you look down looking down the line, there is a good number of scoop in. There is a reasonable number of flags and marches all the way along. So yeah, let's have a look. Yeah, the cops are escorting them along. How am I going to get past this barricade here? No, good luck, I guess. Yeah, it was a stupid way to bring them back in. But I guess they want to get people off the streets and get the streets reopened. So I see any familiar faces as we go, and if I get to the end here, oh sorry brother, if I get to the end here, I might head back to the cops, like he's marching with them because they got corralled in so badly. Once I get to the end, we will see if we go back to there or go to the speeches at the other one. All right, that's the corralling area. There's, I guess it's our despot man with his lies at the Great Wall. Maybe it is. Lots of flags. Yeah. All right, how do we go? We don't need commentary from me every 2 minutes. What's that? Oh, a Holden flag. What country is that? The Holden flag. That's an oldie Aussie flag there with a camera on the top of the stick. Yeah, predominantly there's the boxing kangaroo. So it's predominantly the boxing kangaroo and the blue and the red Aussie flag. What's this one sign say? Flag our way. All right. Got that one. Later. All right. So it's there's a few pinch points as you come along. Squeezing through here, I might, rather than go through that, I might go through the bushes if we can. Come around. So that's good numbers, they're good numbers. Don't know how many. Let's get through here. Just around the back of the pie shop. Oh yeah. cordon of cops that are blocking the street to get everyone back in on track to coming into the park rather than going back down the street, which would have been, to me, a more sensible thing. Walk them down the street where there's not all these barricades, and that's why it's become a bit blocked up here now. This lady, she was the singular lady at the rally once years ago, or two ladies. Hello, good. There's a lot of regulars here today. A few people stopped up for a minute. Well, they're stopped up because they're stuck in the bottleneck. But it goes up, so we're coming down, we're crossing Elizabeth Street here, and then we'll come around to what's this guy's sign say? You can get a look. Yeah. RIP Charlie sign. Yeah, cop having a yawn, he's bored with it all.
Unless this nation, unless this proud parade is coupled with repentance, my friends, all is vanity. Unless this nation repents and turns to Christ, this parade is nothing but vanity, my friends. Your pride will change nothing.
So now coming through the crowd here at the end. Fuck you, Abby Chatfield. Sign. I'm just reading the signs, but someone saying this guy's got a Aussie flag and a Lest We Forget flag. These girls have got their Aussie flag. Stand with Mary Costa-Ketis. She's going through court, I think, at the moment in South Australia. We know who are con men. Not sure about that. No digital ID, he says. A few reporters getting this guy with his shirt on Sky News, and that's what's her face. Can't remember her name. She's on Sky News a lot. And this is the end, of course, where the horses are. So I guess I've got to make up my mind now whether to stay and do the filming of the, to either film the speeches here. They do have a good big stage, and Starbucks has got blacked off their windows now it's now brewing across the road. I thought that was because of all the, where are they? Oh, they moved over there. They used to cop a lot from the Palestinian rallies. The bloody police choppers, so annoying when you're trying to hear the speeches. All you hear is a bloody ruckus. See, the cops are better. The cops are better with chatting with these guys, because you've got more, people that will actually communicate with them in a nice way, and some of them, they are the cops are what they are. The cops are the cops. The helicopter slamming in on a big circle, just doing loop-de-loops around. Pretty unnecessary in my eyes, but they do believe they need a police. See this guy walking through. There's no hassles, it'll be painted as this, racist gathering as always. There's another camera crew doing an on-the-spot interview. So they, he's got the fuck you Abby Chatfield guy. Must have drawn their attention.
I just want to say something, right? We love everyone, everyone's more than welcome, but fuck me, there's no house for everyone to live in. So that's it, for everyone. We love everyone here.
Anyway, but look, I think
you just got to look at the rest of the world, They used to cut that, Look at England, look at France, it's burning to the ground, man. We need to look after ourselves, look after the people that we got, and move forward in life, Very simple.
Oh well, there you go. Just butted in on that one.
How's it going, mate?
Yeah, good. Really good. All right. Well, the police are caught. Not doing the usual. What's the word they use? Barreling or caught, whatever it is. The pizza movements that move people in. They're just slowly moving behind, and the people are moving in slowly due to the way they're being caught off guard. The mainstream media guys just getting shots. He said get some shots of the horses. Literally just a production for them each week. The fuck are these two? Anyway, I don't have a feeling they're not part of it. I have a feeling they are something else. Yeah, there's the sea of flags. I don't know, I'm so in two minds as to whether I should head down there or you know, stay here or go back. It's so funny, everyone's just standing there waiting across the road. The road is completely closed, but they still won't cross until it says cross. That's just people. Just people. All right, let's. What do we do? Davies. All right, I guess it's my duty to go to the other one, and I'll try and get some footage of this one, and we'll whack it on. How's that? All right, let's go. All right, we're just arriving now. They obviously had a smoking ceremony.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Rayma Johnson. I'm a proud Wiradjuri and Yorta woman. Yay! I came to Sydney when I was 17 years old. I had a dream, and that was to dance. My great-grandfather was one of initiated men, dance-initiated men from Wiradjuri Nation. His name was Wilfred Johnson. For him, I continue to dance. I grew up, we weren't allowed to do our culture, our dances, our story, our songs, but I make sure today that we do, and I share it with my girls. This is the Budja Budja butterfly dances. Can we all give them a big round? So we're going to do some dances from Wiradjuri Nation. We're going to do welcome, we've got magpie. One of the main totems for the Wiradjuri people is Guga the goanna, so we're going to pay respect to the goanna. We also got the wedge-tailed eagle, which is one of our moieties. And we're going to do a contemporary, because I do contemporary and travel the world, used to be with Bangara. We're going to do a contemporary piece called Yirramurrun. And Yirramurrun means come back. And this is about reaching out, not just to my people, our people, but even other nations. You've got to keep it strong in your culture, because that's who you are and that's who we are, and that's how we keep it strong. But thank you, and I hope you enjoy it. Thank you. Yeah. Also, you mob, you'll see Uncle Dave and another beautiful ally, Rochelle, going around with buckets to help raise funds for all the different families who are struggling against the system right now, who face removals of their children, who face deaths in custody, and the reality of Australia and the racism they give First Nations people. So please dig deep with your hearts and your pockets. Thank you. Yeah. Are you ready? Yes. Ready with the music, Russ, when you are, brother?
We're in Barayala. Much thanks, my beautiful sister Rayma and community. You know, I put the call out, the sister said yes, no worries, and community always turn up, just like you. So again, biggest thank you, my mobs, biggest thank yous. And this is how you correctly combat racism. We don't retaliate, we don't take their bait. We come, we celebrate, we commemorate, and most importantly, we educate. Yeah. So now I'm going to do a little chant. And it's going to say it loud, say it clear, racists are not welcome here. Say it loud, say it clear. Racists are not welcome here. Say it loud, say it clear. Racists are not welcome here. Say it loud, say it clear. Racists are not welcome here. Say it loud, say it clear. Racists are not welcome here. Next, I get to introduce to the mic a beautiful, deadly, strong, staunch uncle. Please make the way forward, the uncle. Please give your ears, your heart, your respects to Uncle Lionel Fogarty. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm from Murrungali mob, Yirramurrun mob, and I'd like to say Jinkiwaro, Minyago to everyone here, and my solidarity to you. I'm going to say a poem to the Pemoi people, Sudbury people, and all the Gadigal people here, and every other non-racist that's around. Struggle.
Can we get a medic, please?
Ambo.
Medic people to the front right now, please.
Ambo. Don't stand there, look at the microphone, get the fuck over here.
Thank you.
Yep,
everyone, just know, for a minute, please, respect for this little sister who just is not having a good time. Just talk amongst yourselves for a minute, and we'll get back to you. Sorry, thank you very much. Paramedic people, make your way to the front, please. Now, thank you. Here we go. This way, brother. Here we go. Look out, give that space. Here, paramedic coming through. Out of the way. Thank you, everyone. Hey, calm down, everyone. Right? Calm down. This is how we treat family when they're not well. We give them space, we give them respect. Let's keep our peace. We're not here to fight, we're not here to incite violence. We're here to be peaceful people and look after each other.
All right, we'll pause till the speech is starting.
People, for Gadigal people, for Sudbury people, and all the non-racists struggle from corners to centres, delivered poison diseases, explorers violently and powers. Now white man's violence still seeks upon floors and doors you walk on. Laws, your laws, keep us oppressed. Difficult illegality don't mean we don't understand it's racist. Loaded with high-powered bullets, shotgun in our babies' head, demand the edge of oppression to drop. You create more oppressed, hot and sadness, in mindless, cold and rotten in frustration. Show us your freedom. Oh no, it's disguised in racism. Because we are not liberated. We feel it's a struggle of our people, not machines by you. White, red, yellow, black, brown will come forth to crush you. We all need solidarity. Down Sovereign Day, what they done down there is racism. Racism is in advance. Like we got 600 murders and Dixon constantly in the country of Australia. You know, to me, this is not their country, right? It's their society. society, right? It's our country, no matter where we go to our First Nation people. You know, I'm on Mullingarry, younger understand. We have Dundee up there, Wulli with our people up there. They're rallying up there nearly every week in the house, in our suburbs, in where we stay, for Palestinian people. For Palestinian people, so that the Australian white government, the Australian white system can get rid of their racism on our brothers and sisters in Palestine too. If you want to kill racism, you kill the racism by the Zionists. You kill the racism in Australia. Why don't you do that? What we have in Australia here is no justice, right? The Constitution of Australia is a white constitution. It upholds white people's heritage, and the multicultural get down on their hands and knees and stuck to that constitution because it's a white constitution. They uphold a lot of racism, the multiculturals. Not only the white people, right? It's the multiculturals as well. What we need is proper justice. And the only proper justice comes from our culture, comes from our equality. Our language needs to be instructed into the schools. Our culture needs to be put into the schools where we don't even have an Aboriginal woman today in Queensland. It's all white women, you know, days. We don't even have any Aboriginal Day to celebrate in terms of really our heroes, our resistance fighters. We don't want violence. We know violence exists in the system, right? That's where our culture is always the maintenance of the peace and harmony and tranquility of our sovereigns. Our young people can't even understand what the bloody hell the word sovereign is because we can't live it. We've got to live it. And when we try to live it, they stop it all the time. They put us in and out of jail all the time and give us this native title and this naive kitty title. Can't even give us proper jobs when we need proper jobs for our people. We need to have proper jobs where we teach our culture, where we teach our language. Not only teach it, we have to practice it. Right? Racism is there in the system. But it's not in normal people. Normal Australian people ain't racist all the bloody time. They sit the death of that racism themselves, right? They need to know that we have mateships who turn to be human beings. Who turn to be human beings in a way we call them brothers. They need to get away from that mateship of monarchy. The monarchy is the one that upholds that racism. Right? And we need to break away from England. Not we, they need to break away from England. And that's how you get a better life in the city system. Thank you very much.
Education! The reality today, 2025, you walk on stolen land. The genocide of our people has not finished, but it will with the power of all of us here. We are still here, you are still here, we ain't going nowhere. And we're going to make sure every single racist, Nazi, fascist knows the fact they are not welcome. Not welcome here, not welcome tomorrow, not welcome in our schools, not welcome on our streets, not welcome at our beaches. They are not welcome. I welcome the country for any Nazi racist. See you later. Go back on the boat you came on. As we saw the other day, the putrid racism that walked through our streets, crying out that they're anti-immigrant. Where the fuck did they come from? Illegal immigrants protesting against legal immigrants. How the fuck does that make sense? Alright, now I'm going to introduce another beautiful sister and mob who come all the way down from down south. Are you ready, you mob? You look, ooh, wow, they look deadly and ready. Yeah. Sister Trish and Levett, please make your way to the mic to introduce our next beautiful song, Men. You're going to witness something right now that's going to put chills to your soul. It's going to light a fire in your spirit. Yeah, be prepared. Where are you? Sit up. There you are.
We're one mob. We're from Illawarra Aboriginal Medical Service. So a lot of our mob that come to our service need a lot of healing. And what best way to do it is through culture and teach them our dances. There's a few of our mob not here today, but we will be inviting a lot of yous up to dance with us. So our first one, our men will actually lead us in. Our warriors always let us in to dance, especially on my country. And so we'll be following the men in. We'll also be calling in our old people to the north, south, east and west. They're the holders of our ceremony, and today we pay respects to them as well. Thanks. You guys to do, I want you to follow us. So when we turn, he's going to turn with us. So watch the Unity players as we call in our old people. So everybody up on your feet, get your shoes off. Next dance is going to be the emu dance. So any mob out there, any of the women, Any of the men want to jump in? Please feel free. Let's go! Let's go! It's a corroboree against the colony! Give it up again, please, and more. And here, I'm going to give my granddaughter a round of applause too. Do you understand? Our youth, our future. Also, without a lost phone, unless you want me to take it home, I don't advise that. Police will lock me up. So please come and find me if you lost your phone. Thank you. Next, what? We're not thieves. No, we're not. That's why you walk on stolen land. But yeah, I have someone's property. So please ask your friends, check yourselves, check your pockets. If you have a missing phone, come and find the big mouth with the red hair. Next, I get to introduce to you. Ooh. Eyes, a side look. A beautiful, strong, staunch, lovable nephew. Oh, yes, I'm the phone person. Thank you. There you go. Yay! Thank you. All right. The beautiful Ella Deadly. You might remember back in the days when they had the student strikes. When all our kids knew it was time to stand up against climate change, time to stand up against racism and fascism and all the isms that put us down. Well, this young, beautiful nephew was the one that orchestrated all them deadly students to be educated on the streets who came out in the masses. So now I ask you, And at the time, he was a student at a Catholic school. Don't hold that against him. We know. Anyway, please welcome yourself to the microphone, my beautiful nephew, Ethan Lyons.
Yirramurrun, my name's Ethan Lyons. I'm a proud Wiradjuri Dunguddy man. My mom are the Lions, the Bamblets, the Simpsons. I'm proud to be here on Gadigal country. This is country that was never ceded, it was stolen.
No, I got all the questions.
And when Gadigal people were slaughtered and they were raped, when the children were stolen, the Wiradjuri were some of the first people to help Gadigal mobs. I extend that respect and solidarity to my Auntie Runda and all Gadigal and local mobs. As we speak today, and we do ceremony, and we dance, and we share song, there are racists, there are white supremacists holding signs that are filthy over in Hyde Park. And my auntie said it, how can you talk about who's welcome when you yourself are illegal in this country? And we see the Australian flags that are in that park that are being waved by people that are also Nazis. And so the responsibility is not just on them, but it's on every person in this country. And like the brothers down in Nam say, to kill the Australian in your head. Australia is built and it keeps existing on the premise of the colony, on the existence of the Anzac myth, on the existence of the colonial myth, on the existence of continued land theft and children being stolen. So if you're really about black liberation, you cannot identify with the white supremacist military identity that is Australia. And not only is Australia complicit in genocide across the country, across the world, it's happened in New South Wales. It's happened in nations and states all around the country. We look to the NT, we look to Kumanjai White, we look to the Spit who's been unbanned in the NT, we look to the West in the prison cells and locking children up as young as 11. So when we talk about fascism and we talk about racism, it's equal parts the Australian identity, the people that go to our workplaces, in our universities. But it's also the systems. So you have to hold both accountable. When people say fascism or white supremacy is new, where did this come from? I say, fuck off. I say it's been here forever. This nation was built on the exact ideas that the people over in Hyde Park are marching for. And they can stand as many police as they want. Anthony Albanese can make piss-weak statements, but I just know he's in Parliament shaking hands with the same Nazis that are out on these streets. Because to confront the reality and the truth of why these white supremacists feel emboldened to be on the streets, they have to truth tell and face the reality that the Australian government, the New South Wales Men's government, is built on the exact same theological, based on the exact same political beliefs. We called this rally only a few weeks ago, and this park is full. But this park should be as big as some of the rallies we saw on the Harbour Bridge. It should be as big as Invasion Day last year. Because like Auntie Runda said, we do this as an extension of respect, as an extension of our humanity, as an extension of love. That's why we're not on mics telling immigrants to get fucked. We're not telling people of colour that they're not welcomed here. We're saying everybody's welcome here. We're saying the only people not welcome in this country are the people that are proud to align with Nazis, proud to align with people who have the same thoughts that kill people like Cassius Turvey, are the same racists that are walking in the NT feeling proud to hunt down black fellas. And I know everyone's here in solidarity and in power, and I commend you for that. But there's still so much work to be done. So much work to be done in your own communities. in your own thinking. This is not a one-day thing like we say about Invasion Day. It's not something you tap into, because there is not one day in this colony that black fellas can rest or they can choose when to not be oppressed. I want to thank Auntie Lizzie especially for always coming out strong, always making a place for young black fellas, our old people, doing things the right way, with radical mob, with local mob, and making sure everything's done through the right ways. I'm going to end on a chant that I think sums up exactly why we're here, and it sums up the message that explains why supremacists, why Nazis, why fascists aren't welcome. And because, like Uncle said before, it's about sovereignty. Sovereignty is about our lands, about our language, about the songlines in those lands. So we're talking about sovereignty, it all comes back to our land. Always was, always will be! Always was, always will be!
Aboriginal land!
Always was, always will be!
Aboriginal land!
Always was, always will be!
Aboriginal land!
Next I want to introduce Shawna Pope. Are you there, sis? Oh. A Wakka Wulli woman.
Hey Dudley Mob, it's great to see you all out here today. I'm a Wakka Wulli woman all the way up from Queensland, so I'm a Murray, so come down this way. I want to thank the beautiful Gadigal people for having me here today. I want to thank Auntie Lizzie for here, for everything. And Paul, my brother Paul, for inviting me to speak today. How good is it to get your feet in the sand? This is what it's about. Mob coming together, not just from different places in Australia, different places around the world. I see all of your faces here today. We all come from different places, but we've all come together, and that's the most important thing. This is what we need to do to stand up against fascism, racism. I've been told to go back to my own country, in my own country. How do you think I feel? 24 years, I've been alive. My grandparents built this country, built parts of this country, and they're not here to see it. They're not here to see what this country has become. I'm their living proof. I'm the one that speaks for them and my people back home because they can't have a voice. They're not allowed to have a voice because they're always shamed. Shame! How funny is it that people who created colonisation can't even understand what they created? Colonisation equals mass immigration. They did the math, yet they can't even figure out the equation. Thank you all for coming here today. We all have a place on this planet, and I'm so grateful that everyone's come to our protest instead of the one over at Hyde Park, because at the end of the day, if we all stand together, we can go against white supremacy. I want to end that note and thanking all my people from back up home, the people from the NT, they're my mob as well. I've got connections to the Central Desert as well as Western, East Kimberley mob. So I want to thank everyone here for turning up, because those people are listening and hearing us today too. Not just the ones that are in Gadigal land, but it's everywhere, all around Australia. We're all joining at this time to come together. Thank you. Always was, always will be.
Okay, now we're gonna, can we make a little pathway there, you mob, please? Here, my beautiful black brothers from afar. Next, I get to bring up some more culture. More black, strong, proud men. That's it, brother.
How you feeling? You can do better than that. How you feeling? Are you ready? Can we say, oi! 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 We're gonna do call and respond, yeah? If I say che leche, you respond the same thing, yeah? Che leche. Che leche. Che leche. Zamina zangaliwa. Are you sure? Zamina. Wakka. Zamina zangaliwa. Zamina zangaliwa. Hands up, everybody. Hands up. So this is movement number 1, yeah? If you can't see, you can copy someone. We do this. That's movement number 1, okay? And movement number 2. Side. That's movement number 2. Movement number 3, we pedal. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Movement number 3. Movement number 4, we do down, down, up, up, down, down, up, up, down, down, up, up, down, down. And movement number 5, it's call and respond. So you're gonna wait until I finish, then you copy. Okay? We bend a bit, and then we do this. Hey! 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 Are you ready? Let's try. 1, 2, 3, we go! Hey! No. Let me do it one more time. It goes. Hey! Hey! Again. 1, 2, 3, we go! Hey! Hey! Again. One more time.
side, up, down, and hey. Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready?
celebrate culture. We sing up country. We dance. We share. Right, now this evidently brother ready to go? Maybe, hopefully, wherever he is. Young brother, you ready to go out there? Yeah, he's making his way. He's all good. Now, we gotta start some more fire. Yeah. Understand, we are the fire people. You are welcome to come and share and keep warm. But if you fuck with us, you get burnt. So today, each and every one of you are an ember. Each and every one of you have protocol, have rights and responsibilities to be part of this fire, to burn down the fucking colony. So now I'll give it up to this deadly fucking staunch ass brother, if you don't know him. Now someone's awake, thank you, you should. Young brother, over to you.
To make some noise!
I want to do a couple of songs here for you today. I don't want to do too much to take away, the last act that was on here, because that was beautiful. Hey, let's make some noise for them one time. Yeah. This first song that I'm going to do is called Right Now. And the word, I need your help for this song, alright? So the word to this song is, I've got these spirits in my ears right now, telling me to grab my spears right now. And after that, I need everyone to say, right now after it, alright? But I promise you will all catch it when the song starts to play. So DJ Pat, bro, play that song, lad. Yeah, come on. Come on, yeah, look. I've got the spirits in my ears right now, telling me to grab my spears right now. By Miami, can you hear me now? I said, Miami, can you hear me now? Got the spirits in my ears right now, telling me to grab my spears right now. Got the countries in the ring right now. I said, come on, how you feel right now? Adam Goods with the spear right now. I said, come on, how you feel right now? You guys know I'm in the building now. I got a man with his feelings now. You guys looking at my right now. Put my word on her face right now. The Spanish code for the stain right now. Throw that Tristan in his hand right now. They wanna see me in the cage right now. Free my cousins in the chains right now. I want my money, fuck the fame right now. Still let them know the name right now. Young man, big Buddha band. Did it, you don't speak my language, baby, I don't understand them. Let's get the words together, baby, can you get it? Swinging on that Digi like I came from Ron Campbell. Take a seat like they about to play the anthem. These dudes calling just to tell me that I'm handsome. Why is something pull me down unless we're landing? Call me Mr. Business, I'm the one who got the answers. I got the spirits in my ears right now, telling me to grab my spears right now. Got the countries in the ring right now. I said, come on, how you feel right now? Got the spirits in my ears right now, telling me to grab my spears right now. Got the countries in the ring right now. I said, come on, how you feel right now? Gotta go make some noise. I got another song. I got one more for you. But to this song here, I just want to say, I say spirits, lad. Yeah. Young brother on the beat, lad. Please, lad. Trying to claim it cause it ain't sweet, lad. All the way from the bush to the streets. Dirty habit and guns on hanging in the trees, lad. Who put this diamond trying to say that they ain't Indigenous? I couldn't believe when I saw
how they live. They say, young brother, why you talking that shit? Cause they trying to steal our voice like the way they stole our kids. Then our racist to these covers, I don't give a fuck. We thought the calculator took, gon' sweep it up. 53 and telling me, don't keep it up. Running from the gun to see the sun, they been speeding up. New Karen on top, trying to say that she black, like she go like that. Thought it was puppets when they put me in the spotlight. See these women in their arms, is they kick her in the limelight. Don't pay them off, come on. Go shake a leg. Trying to say you're in the mob, you're a liar. Talk about a fraud, now I'm about a colonizer. They know like the mob, lad. Look, you think the mob gonna let you disrespect my ancestors? Kill them up, make you feel better. Girl, stomping like in the bum of the streets. If they saying that you're from me, bitch, your grandparents decent. Look at that look on my wrist when I swerve. Taking back the class, I'm currents never learn. Kicking back the office, go and tell them that it's our turn. Brian, let the city on fire. These dogs to the backwards, don't know fuck them. We been on the map. Talk about speech, so I'm gonna get him slapped. No seatbelts, but I stay with the strap. But it's over in my pocket, he wanna get snapped. Little pussy, bubble on the monkey, hit with the bully. He don't say my name no more, how I'm fully. Ask me how black I am, I tell him that I'm fully. For this next video, I need some help again, alright? When I say 14 years old, it's going game and slide. Come on, come on. Hey, 14! Game and slide! Naughty lad! Game and slide! Racist guns on game and slide! Fuck them all, they're all gaming! Fuck them all, they're all gaming! Fuck them all, they're all gaming, lad! True God, they're all gaming! Now they know like the mob, they know like the motherfucking mob, lad. Make some noise, Daddy, go! Let's get this march happening, eh?
Yes, nephew, thank you. Give it up again! Getting here and being in the heat with us around the fire. Like I said, keep you warm. Fuck with it, you get burned. Next, I get to introduce to the mic a beautiful, strong, staunch nephew once again. My actual bloodline. His name's Paul Silver. If you don't know him, yeah, I think you know him by the sound of that. He's a young, deadly, staunch brother, nephew, father, everything. Oh, he's even up there. Okay, yeah, hey, I like that. So yeah, if you don't know him, you should, because he's going to help educate you. This young man first came to tragedy of being on a mic after his uncle was brutally murdered in Long Bay Jail. The name of David Dundee Jr. And from that day forward, he's made it his passion, his commitment, and everything he owns to step forward for every single family who deals with a death in custody. He turns up to court every week, in, out, everywhere, against the removal of children, deaths in custody, and the plain fucking street racism that we face every day. So please put your hands together for my beautiful, evidently nephew, Paul Silver.
Thank you, Auntie Liz. Thanks, Gadigal, for coming out and supporting us today. I want to start off by saying I'm a proud Dunghutti Aboriginal man. I want to acknowledge the Gadigal lands that I stand on and the traditional custodians of the land on which we walk on, live on and breathe on. Brothers, sisters and allies from all walks of life. Together we gather today to amplify the voices of Aboriginal people. We know that every community, every nationality and every race and every person from all walks of life experience struggles under this system. But as adults, as humans, and as logical people, we must recognise the truth. Aboriginal people sit at the very top of the list when it comes to government oppression, and real solidarity means standing together as one. No division, no distraction, only strength in unity. Many people march for their own reasons, just like why you're attending today. I march because our Aboriginal people are dying in custody, just like my uncle in 2015. I march because our children are still being stolen at a higher rate than any other humans on these lands that you see as Australia. I march because our communities are over-policed and under-protected. I march because our sacred country is being destroyed for profit. I march because poverty and homelessness are forced on our people while the government turns their fucking eyes. But we all march because silence is violence. Because we're all affected by the government in one way or another. For decades, governments has promised change, but they never deliver. For our people, it went from royal commissions into Aboriginal deaths in custody, to closing the gap, to endless inquiries and reports. But still our people are being murdered, still our families are grieving, and still our rights are denied. And I need you to know this is not failure by accident. This is failure by design. And sadly, the truth, the system cannot be fixed. The government that invaded this land, that stole our children, that raped our women and locked our people up, that destroyed our country, that same system cannot deliver any fucking justice. And that's why we say the Australian government must be abolished. And I'll tell you why. Because we cannot reform a system built on dispossession. We must dismantle it and build something new, something rooted in justice, truth, sovereignty, and for the people. And now in the midst of this struggle that Aboriginal people on a daily basis, Camp Sovereignty, a sacred site of resistance survival, was attacked by neo-Nazis. They stormed the camp, tearing down banners, physically attacking women and children. This was not just an attack on a camp. It was an attack on a sacred site, on Aboriginal sovereignty, on every single one of us who stands up against racism in this country. And we say this clearly. We will not be intimidated. We will not be silent. Camp Sovereignty remains a place of truth and resilience. Their survival will strive, and we will stand together shoulder to shoulder with the warriors holding down Camp Sovereignty today and moving into the future. And let me be clear, this is not just a struggle for First Nations people. This is a fight for everyone. But we must recognise that Aboriginal people have carried this burden for over 237 years and continue to face the harshest of realities. The racism, the violence, the dispossession. And I'll tell you what, if we win justice here for First Nations people on this land, we win justice for all. Look, we are united, we are strong, and we will not back down. Because no matter what they do to Aboriginal people, we are still here. We are the oldest living culture on this earth. We carry thousands of years of generations of knowledge and spirit. And we will continue to fight, we will continue to thrive, and we will continue to lead the way and stand for everyone that stands with us. And we stand together as Indigenous people, not only connected by spirit, as human beings, bounded by truth and justice, but because unity is our strongest weapon against this oppression and corruption. As First Nations people of these lands, we stand in unbroken solidarity with Indigenous brothers right across the lands in Palestine. Our struggles are one, born from the same disgusting, corrupt government. But I say we are still here. We are still strong. Together we resist. And as you saw today, together we healed. And together we will rise against ongoing genocide. And moving forward, standing with First Nations people means standing for truth, justice, country, and a future where no one is left behind. If we move forward together, we cannot be broken, because this always was and always will be Aboriginal land. Thank you.
Now we've come to the day where we're going to start marching through these streets to make sure these racist Nazis institutions understand they are not welcome. But I ask you all, please, have a bit of patience. Mob, any mob around, please welcome yourself to the banner and make your way to Hay Street to the front area. Mob, have a banner.
All right. Got a little hassled then by the last speaker, Paul, his name is, but he asked who I was and he knew my name. And I offered him my hand and he accepted it, so see how we go. That is what I'm aiming for, that bloody bubbler. All right, let's get the speeches, not the speeches film, the march film now. But this is first. All right, so there's a lot of cops here. Right? I was just asking what's going on. They got detectives up there, cops there. He looks like he seems to know what's going on. The motorbikes, followed by the push bikes. Now they're asking for the mob to come down the front. This is what I got told off last time for being in filming, but this guy here is obviously Asian. He's filming, but yeah, we'll see how we go. It's only the crazies that have got issues that say anything. Everyone else just ignores it. So they got the mobile smoke happening. Or is it all coming down? Maybe it's just coming down from them. A small contingent of more sort of private media. There's no the actual mainstream media just haven't bothered with this. They wanted to be, they have a narrative, I think. That's why they wanted to be at the first one and the other one, and this is like I don't know. But yeah, there's Palestinian activist Bob at the front there. They're just doing a few photo ops first and then they'll be off. Not many familiar media people here at all. A couple of, here's the boss with the hat on, tall bloke. They'll give it a nod. Oh, there's a mainstream media over there. Sorry, SBS getting a shot in the background. They're using the crowd for their prop. Yeah. All right. We'll just stop filming for a minute, and we'll wait till when they start moving. We will move with them. Two cops, the big hat cops are talking about it, and they'll give the nod to the coppers on the bikes. Off you go, boys. That's it. We're ready to roll. They're off. So if you've got your SBS reporter there doing a live with her, always has the two. She always has the two, or they always have the two minders, the same blokes. But they never get hassled. They've never ever been hassled, but they always have their minders. I guess it keeps people away. Lizzie's gonna do the walk barefoot. By the look of it, good on her. Alright. She's up the front now with the mic. I'd say it's very hard to guess numbers. Scanning the crowd there. It's it's several hundred. You know, you have to say several hundred would be the expression without knowing the exact number. All right, so they're off. There's a place up ahead I might get to. There's like a pub, a hotel type thing. From last time, no. So anyway, all right, let's get ahead. Police. There's a couple of police buses here. They're just coming up. I guess the side of Central, you would call that. There's the police water. I was parched 1 year. It was absolutely parched, and I was pleading with them, can I please have some water? No, it's police water. All right. They're moving still slowly. No, they're stopping a little bit. I think it might be just to get everyone in line. Just calling to get the mob in the front. Other opening the other interlopers out of the way. Bike riders are just circling around waiting. So I think this is just a short, she must be the police Aboriginal liaison woman. She's got a police badge on. The thin blue line here to stop, keep people on track for their walk. Aiming them back up the main road. See light rail inspector here, making sure the trains are stopped, and the trams. A little bit of a look down the barrel of the gun here. See how many. It's always hard to say. This is this giant monstrosity of a thing they're building at Central Station now. That's right, it was over part of the station. So this is where they come up to here. This is called Railway Square. There has been in previous marches for their invasion day, etc., where they do have a bit of a stop and chat in the middle here. Someone gets up and speaks, and they have a kind of a secondary speaking point. They won't be here long. And so once they arrive here in this area, this is where they normally do it, just here in this area. That Mercure Hotel is where I might go up to the top, and then you get a good shot of them coming down the numbers, because you see from above, you get a much clearer one, which I did a few times for the Palestinians. You get quite a good, you get quite the view. All right. But the red socialist flag at the end is probably the back of it. I don't really know. We'll float here for a minute, see if they do their little their stop and circle thing. Which they've done, like it's not uncommon. So eye in the sky, just buzzing and buzzing and buzzing all around all day today, kind of circling it. Let's see if we can see one of the organisers, and then we'll get an indication as to whether or not they're going to do a stop. He's kind of one of them. He's the guy that does. Oh yeah, he's pointing down. So he's given the sign. Circle. Yeah, in the circle. Picked it again. Circle it up, guys. Set your watch by it. Chair out of the way, love. So this will be the circling up here. And the coppers must know, they probably know, like as much as I know, that it's going to happen. It's not a surprise to anyone.
Aboriginal land. Always was, always will be. Aboriginal land. Aboriginal land. Always was, always will be. 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 Aboriginal land. Here, now I've got another one for you. March for Australia, you can't hide. You've got Nazis on your side. March for Australia, you can't hide. You've got Nazis on your side. March for Australia, you can't hide. You've got Nazis on your side. March for Australia, you can't hide. You've got Nazis on your side. March for Australia, you can't hide. You've got Nazis on your side. March for Australia, you can't hide. You've got Nazis on your side. March for Australia, you can't hide. You've got Nazis on your side. See you, Deadly. Yeah, let them hear us. Let them fear us. Because we're not going anywhere. Always was, always will be. Aboriginal land. Fuck the Nazis. Fuck the Nazis. Always was, always will be. Aboriginal land. And fuck the Nazis. And fuck the Nazis. Nazis are not welcome here. Say it loud, say it clear. Nazis are not welcome here. Say it loud, say it clear. I can hear you. Say it loud, say it clear. Nazis are not welcome here. Say it loud, say it clear. Nazis are not welcome here. Say it loud, say it clear. Nazis are not welcome here. Say it loud, say it clear. Nazis are not welcome here. Say it loud, say it clear. Nazis are not welcome here. Say it loud, say it clear. Nazis are not welcome here. Say it loud, say it clear. Nazis are not welcome here. Say it loud, say it clear. Nazis are not welcome here. Say it loud, say it clear. Nazis are not welcome here. Say it loud, say it clear. Nazis are not welcome here. Say it loud, say it clear. Nazis are not welcome here. Say it loud, say it clear. Hey! Yeah! Are we ready to go up this way and make sure everyone hears us? Are we ready to tell these Nazis to go the fuck back where they come from? And guess what? They don't come from Bondi. Let's go! 1 minute, Lizzie. Can we get all those Aboriginal flags up the front? Yep. All you guys come up the front for those flags. Aboriginal flags. Bring them up the front.
Alright. I will, I'll go ahead while they're gathering their flags and getting running again. The cops just said to me, "Are you going again?" So they must know. I mean, I knew. They must know. Fuck the police. It's maybe not after the fuck the police thrown in. It is like, look, the cops put aside a certain amount of time, and whether they don't care. They're all on triple time, overtime. And the coppers don't mind. Go a bit longer. They'll be happy with the extra money. All right, yeah. I should have stayed for that. Why am I running ahead out of this? Anyway, they said they're going to start. All right. Yeah. All right, we'll head ahead. We'll go ahead and we'll see what's happening from there. Oh, yeah, I can see there's someone on the balcony, so I'll use that. I'll utilise that balcony up there. I made it up to the Mercure, to the pizza oven here. These staff are coming out, wondering what's going on. Oh, sorry. I'll get you. Oh, there's a really good shot of the big flag as well. How many there is? Yeah, several thousand. Oh no, it's always hard to say. Quite a number. That's the Socialists coming along. They're always the best to film because they're dancey and they have their rhymey kind of slogans. It's just for momentarily. I'll be off again. Teachers Federation. USA to Australia, Black Lives Matter sign, Socialist Alternative, New South Wales Socialists, no Nazis, no fascists, no racists, no Zionists. I am here. I am a man. Yeah, lots of different signage, and the cops left the rear by the police forces. And there's the police buses in the background too. But they'll be there. They'll be there at the end to transport all the cops back to the stations for a debrief. So should we head down? Yeah. We'll head down and see what's happening. It looks like these girls are supporters, but they just got the towels on, so they must be part of the staying here. But because they're young, it's they just kind of cheer along with it. There's all types here. There's different flags, different genders, different everything. All sorts. Parents have got them now. They're staying in the Mercure Hotel. They're just come back from the swim in the pool here. Anyway. Alright, that'll do. We'll head down. Alright, so we come out the back of the hotel and they're well on their way down Broadway now. The look of fear in that girl's eyes as she came past didn't like it. So I don't know if I should try and get to the front again, or I don't know what to do, to be honest.
Always one,
Starbucks, the Palestinian contingent. Guys, not good. Wonder how he went with his shirt on. He seemed to get hassled. We're back at the front. There's one cop there stopping the traffic. No one's going to go down Spice Alley. Right, so it was a pretty easy catch-up. I always like to film this one that no one else sees. The City of Sydney 2030 agenda. Everyone's marching past, but no idea what it is. All this other equipment is attached to it all. Basic camera, I guess, or different cameras, bus camera. So the next little stop off, it may be, like I said, is possibly at the coffee shop, Starbucks. We'll see.
Aboriginal land! Aboriginal land! Aboriginal land! Aboriginal land! Aboriginal land!
And then we'll get a fair idea of the crowd again once we get down to the bottom there. You see everyone on the hill, so you get a kind of a better idea. So I'll stop filming for a minute, we'll go to Starbucks and we'll wait and see what happens. This guy, telling this guy off on his bike, he's got his helmet on, he's alright. Get the hell out of here. Might be a issue on the footpath. That's unusual. Cop telling the bike rider to get on the footpath, not get off it. One of my pet hates, of course, these bloody bikes, they're everywhere. And generally, if you're lucky, they're standing up and they're graffitied, they're all graffitied. And when you're not lucky, they're falling over and they're ready to trip someone up. Oh, they're at Starbucks, so the cops are here. It's so predictable. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cops. 7 cops at Starbucks. It kind of encourages it because half the time they walk past and they forget. But when you plant them here, even with their own posters here, when you plant the coppers here, it just makes them understand that this is something. Here we go. See, they're just kind of walking past. Even Big Bob, who is normally the one who will do the chanting and everything, he's not even there tonight. So no, it was a non-event. Starbucks customers are safe for another day. Not even a word. Not even the Socialist might do it. Oh, there's a guy from last week. His colour's different this week. 2 weeks ago. Another videographer that never gets hassled. Old fella that's in everything. Just the big flag. That's the guy that runs the podcast, I think. The cops are off. They've done their dash before the Socialists got here. They're the ones that'll probably, not that anyone's going in, they're just going to yell and scream. Well, they left this guy here, he's the size of a brick wall. Here's this fella, he's coming up. I know he's not. Thought he was going to have a go, but he's going to go fast. 2 birdies, I think. Nothing. We're pitting our hopes on the Socialists. Customers come and go, no dramas. it's normally a Palestine rally that is an issue, but I think it was also, what's this say? 608 black deaths in custody since the 1991 Royal Commission. This has to stop, implement the 1991 recommendations and prosecute the perpetrators. Reading on my part. Even the socialists, their chancellor is much more upbeat. Can't do this. No, nothing. Starbucks has been completely left alone today. It's normally they would have done it. It's interconnected with the socialist groups. He's waving at the baby. Oh, no, I missed my shot. Down the road, stay around for this non-event. The cops and I were tricked into believing there'd be an event. Oh, I reckon those are the masky ones are my tormentors, I think. Some of my tormentors, yeah. Oh, it's hard to know. Hard to know when they got masks on, but anyway. Reasonably well left alone today. Mostly. What are these ones doing? Causing some issue. Stop there. The legal observer is watching. I don't know what the issue is, but I'm not sure what the issue is, but she's telling him to move and he's moving, and not sure why they seem to be upset with a... Oh, here's a guy getting moved off the road, so I don't quite know what his story is, but the legal observers are filming it all, and yeah, so I don't know why he's upset about something. I'm not sure what. So something happened anyway, and the legal observers will have it under control and covered. There's plenty of all the cops coming down now. Cars, buses, 4 drives, Starbucks left alone, this guy on his bike, I don't know, he's part of it, I don't know what happened. This guy in the hat, he's the biggest instigator of it, but if he goes up near the horses, I don't think they'll wear that very much. Yeah. But you can see down the road, I guess you get the view down the road now. Certainly not as big as previous Palestinian ones and Invasion Day ones and all that. There's a good number. You know, it's a bit tight when you look at it that way. They're squeezed in to a small area. This guy's still going. Still going. I don't know when that. Not quite sure what's happening. The legal observers just follow and film for God knows why. I'm not sure why they'll tell him to. They tell him to stay off the road now and or to keep away from the horses at least. I don't know what's going on.
Okay, everything's being recorded. Everything's being recorded.
It's being recorded by like 10 people.
Everything's being recorded.
These ladies. I think it's just probably just telling him to stay away. You know, can you stay back? Can you stay back from the horses? Maybe. I don't know.
Oh, you're mounted police.
Something about the mounted police. Anyway, continue on our merry way. Next chant this guy's got is no justice, no peace, no racist police. Look.
No justice, no peace, no racist police.
I think they're just going to walk alongside him now and keep him away from the horses, whatever his issue is. It's a nice view through the... Continuation of it. There's a kind of a better view looking up the hill. hundreds, if not thousands. Definitely, yeah, not as they report a lot of the protests, there's dozens. Definitely well and truly into the hundreds, in somewhere in the thousands, but not quite sure where. The horses are very well trained, all walk together like that, all in unison. They're certainly in a side shot. It's like they're all their legs, their legs are all in unison, but they're doing a good job. So it's him and these ones. Not sure. Zip around and we'll go ahead. Just gave the other cop a signal of a tap on the head, which I missed. That obviously means something. It means to go that way. But these are the rights squad guys, so they're really special, pretty special. In the cops, they have their own. I think they have their own rules and regulations, and yeah. So it's one of these cursed bikes again. So they're heading into Victoria Park now. So we missed the looking at the shot I wanted to get down the hill, but there you go, that's half down the hill, half up the hill. And then they'll wander off into, so the cops always block this off here. That's a bit of a Groundhog Day for me. I'm doing them every week, but not every week, but often enough. Oops. Yeah, okay. Yeah, so they'll all, I'm not sure what they'll do with the flag. The flag is a bit of an issue because it's not going to fit. You got to squeeze onto a tiny path once you're up here. So the flag will be a roll up, I think, or through. I don't know what they're going to do. So they're wiggling it. It's getting wiggled and it's getting moved. And they're going to have to squeeze through somehow. It's a bit of a tight. It's a tight kick. We've got it. Just squeeze through. Just made the most of it. Of the situation. Yeah. So we've got a number of people arriving now. Quite on behind. There's the police. Always been up there. Get out of the middle of here.
Aboriginal land! Aboriginal land! Aboriginal land!
So yeah, like I said, it continues on up, snakes around, and they had some stuff set up, they said. So they got the flag through in a smaller version of the flag. Fucked up police, Lady has a sign, anti-fascist action sign. Unusual for these guys not to have masks on. Anti-fascist action group. No justice, no peace. We won't be silent on genocide. Cook didn't discover shit. Incarceration.
Nazis are not welcome here. Nazis are not welcome here. Racists are not welcome here. Racists are not welcome here.
It's getting close to the end now. Gurungai country. What's that sign say? Can't quite read it. Check it out later. White supremacist groups off the streets from the Trotsky platform. Giving out some brochures that no one's keen on. There's his mate. The African guys are playing the music the whole way along. I didn't even know. They're up against racism groups. So that's the lady that spoke last week or 2 weeks ago. So they were part organisers of the trans counter protest to the March for Australia a couple of weeks ago. So there's people are counter protesting today. Oh, thank you, girls. They know who I am. So, alright, yeah, so because they, well, it's a little bit late now. Yeah, once you know, I mean, how could anyone not know me from that one where I just was harassed in front of the cops, in front of the media, in front of the those pink ladies. It just went on for about an hour, and you know, as if they would know me. And the instigators are all probably here. It's like 1 week you're alright, and the next week you're not. So who knows? Who knows how it all works? So this is the end. This is the end of it now. The Socialist banner's been furled up, and no Nazis, never again. I don't know. Yeah. So I'm not going to bother. I'm not going to bother going up to the end. I think they're just going to have some more entertainment and odds and ends. This is pretty much it for me. Just get the last remaining ones in, and then we'll call it a day. Sure about these guys, but I don't know. Sure. Any problem? No? Okay. It's the Trotsky platform. People have an issue of some sort. I don't know. Anyway, leave them with their signs. This is the last. Yeah, like I said, this is the end of it. A little baby in his little capsule there. I don't know what the hell's going on. And the last few. And the horses will go off to, I don't know where they'll go. They've probably had enough though. That's a double shift for them because that's their second rally of the day. A lot of familiar faces around. Yeah, it's very smiley. If it's a boy or a girl, I don't quite know if it's a man or a woman. Very, very smiley. And then the cops are just gonna pincer it in. So they got everyone off the. Once everyone's off the street, I guess they can then reopen the roads, which will be a lot of people. There'll be people backed up for bloody. Oh, they would have been getting turned away actually. So I probably can't get past now. Not that I want to, but I'm just happy to get out of here. Is that guy still having this interaction, or? Of course, the pink ladies are there. There might be some interaction going on, but I don't think so. I think they're just keeping an eye on things. So I'm not sure what happened with that guy and his interactions with the horses. Yeah, now it's mostly cops now. Everyone else has gone up there, and that's enough for me, I think. Unless anything happens in the meantime, unless there's any dramas. A little bit of drama at the end with those few people, but that's only from a couple of weeks ago.
Just stay on the outside edges.
There you go, stay on the edge. Yeah. Try not to use the battens unless you have to, boys. No pepper spray. No use of deadly force unless it's needed. But yeah, not needed, of course, as always. Alright, that's an interesting day. I will head home and load it up. And we will see you at the next one. Au revoir. One more video for the day. I'm assuming they are I'm assuming it's a Bucks party. Bucks night? Bucks party? Yeah.
End of season.
End of season, sorry. The end of season. So these are the boys out for an end of season, and they're all dressed up to the nines. Yeah. All right, that's a nice thing to end on after all the drama. What are they doing? What's he gonna do? Oh, he's gonna do a busking. Oh, a fiver.
Keep going.
Got a phone. 5 cents.
To the right.
That's a nice little thing to end on for the day. They're gonna have a pretty fun outing, these boys.